Howdy, y'all, and welcome back to Lazy May's Country Kitchen. I promised y'all another supposedly Crumbl cookie dessert that you can decide whether it's true or false. But either way, we're getting ready to get started. So, the very first thing that you're going to need is 3 tablespoons of butter, and you want it softened. So I'm going to soften mine, and I'll be right back. Alrighty guys, here's my 3 tablespoons of butter. I'm going to get her softened up, and I'll be right back. Alrighty guys, there's the 3 tablespoons of butter. The next thing we need is a tablespoon of light brown sugar. And make sure you pack it good. So there's the tablespoon of light brown sugar. Then the next thing that we need is some good old vanilla. Now, mine is not a stout vanilla, so they said if it was stout, you need 1 teaspoon. If it's not stout, go ahead and do 2 teaspoons. So I'm doing 2 teaspoons of vanilla in here. Alrighty, so we need 1 egg in here. There that is. Then the next thing that we need is 1 tablespoon of milk. That's some good old cow's milk, so you know it's going to be good. Good old homegrown ingredients. Now, I'm going to hang that right there. I need a tablespoon of peanut butter. There that is. Alrighty, let's get this in here. I added a little extra because it's hard to get all this out. So I always just decide to add a little extra. Alrighty guys, the next thing we need is a tablespoon of flour. And that, with what was in there, is a good tablespoon. Or what fell off over the side. Alrighty, the next thing we need to do is mix all of this up. So I'm going to stir this up, and then we're going to add in our Betty Crocker peanut butter cookie mix, because that's what you use for the base of this Snickerdoodle Crumbl cookie recipe. But you don't never ever follow the instructions that's on the back of the cookie pack. You want to make it this way. So the next thing we're going to do is dump our peanut butter cookie mixture in here. Now all we need to do is mix all of this together. And I'm going to try just using one of these little tricks. And you know peanut butter cookie doughs are usually thick anyway, so it's not going to surprise me if this turns out to be pretty thick. I'm going to use a spoon, because as I suspected, this is pretty thick. So you just want to get this all well incorporated. Oh, I was going to preheat my oven to 350, but I don't need to, because this has got to go after we get this done. The cookie dough's got to go in the refrigerator to get real good and cold. And the last time it was overnight. That was just whenever I done it. But as long as it's good and cold, you're good. So, hour, 2 hours, just whatever. Because it being cold is supposed to be the key to the consistency of the inside of the cookie. I ain't no expert or nothing like that, so. Alrighty guys, I'm going to get my this little treat, because I think I've got all the lumps out of it, and we're going to transfer it over into the bowl and put it in the refrigerator for a little bit. I'm going to leave it in there for at least an hour, and oh my, does this smell so good, y'all. My mouth's watering. I love peanut butter cookies anyway, but as you know, this is a step up, and I'm like, oh. But I'm going to take my spatula and scoop the sides of my bowl. And just make double sure I've got all of the dry ingredients and the wet mixed together. Alrighty guys, that looks good. So now I'm just going to scoop this in my bowl, and I'm going to put it in an airtight bowl in the refrigerator to get real good and cooled off. And then I'll bring you back and I'll show you our baking instructions and the decorating instructions. So guys, I'll see you in about 2 hours. Well, it'll be about 2 hours for me, but it won't be that long for you. But I'm going to make some supper while these are getting chilled off in the refrigerator. So we can throw them in the pan. And get them baked. And y'all, I'm telling you, I am so excited for these cookies. And whenever you see them, you will be too. I just absolutely cannot wait to see what these taste like. Because my, oh my, oh my, are you going to be in for a treat. Alrighty guys, it's in there. So I'm going to get it in the refrigerator. And when I get ready to bake them, I will be right back. Alrighty guys, I just took this out of the refrigerator. So I've got my parchment paper lined pan. I'm going to preheat my oven to 350. And I'm going to do, this is a cup, and yeah, it's still got my butter left in it, but it was in the refrigerator too, so it'll be alright. But you still need 1/3 of a cup of cookie dough to make your balls. Now, allegedly, this recipe was found on the black web, that this was how Crumbl cookies made theirs. Now, I can't tell you if this one tastes like theirs or not, because this one I've never had. Our Crumbl cookie, the closest one to us, is about 30 minutes away, and as you know, Crumbl cookies are pretty expensive. So, when I seen these, I thought, well, I'm going to give them a try. A good cookie's a good cookie, right? So, if these turn out to be good, then, well, we're all the better for it, right? Because these ain't hard to make. And the chocolate chip ones I made the other day, they've been in an airtight container, and I'm telling you, they are still soft. And it's been 2-3 days. I don't remember exactly how long it's been since I baked them. So, yeah, they're still good and soft. But we're going to take these and put them down right here. And continue rolling these out like that. Okay, I think this one's about 1/3. So we're going to roll this one up in a ball. I can't wait to give these things a try, guys. I'm telling you, these smell so good. But we're going to leave them in them big old dollops. And like I said, by the time this cookie gets done, y'all are all going to be saying, oh my gosh, I got to try that cookie because I bet it's good. But now I'm making a few changes, but I'll tell you what is supposed to be on top of it. Because in cooking, you can make anything your own, and that's what I'm going to do with these. Y'all know me. I gotta add my own little twist to everything. Alrighty, guys. There's 3 of them, but it's 1/3 cups. You feel it 1/3 full, and that's how much cookie dough you roll out for each cookie. So I'm gonna get these other ones rolled out, and I'll bring you right back. Alrighty, guys. These packets with these added ingredients on the chocolate chip and these Snickerdoodle ones have each made 6 huge cookies. So, anyway, I'm getting ready to pop these in the oven, and it's going to be baked at 350 for The last ones, it took 18 minutes. I'm going to see about these. I'll let you know. But 17 to 20 minutes is what the alleged recipe called for. So anyway, we're going to stick these in here, and as soon as they come out of the oven, like I said, I'll let you know for how long, and we'll get to decorating. Alrighty, we'll be back in a minute, guys. Alrighty, guys, this thing's going off, and it's been 17 minutes, and on the back of the cookie pack, it says, you know, depending on your cookie size, to cook on 12 to 19 minutes, I think. It gives several different sizes, but we're going to check these out, and like I said, it's been 17 minutes. And as you can tell, the outer edges are good and brown. They ain't jiggling. These two right here, actually these four right here I think's good. But these two right here, I think needs to be in there for a few more minutes, or for another minute anyway. So I'm going to just turn this around, because you can still see a little bit of moisture here. This one has just a little, but these three don't. But if I take these out as big as they are, let me get me a plate and see what I can do. Let's see if I can get them out without turning them all to pieces. Oops, that one tore just a little, but I think we can fix it with the icing. That one's cooled down a little bit more, so I think it'll be okay. Alrighty, guys, I'm going to put these four back in here for another minute. This one may need just a little. These may need two more, but them there was okay. So I'm going to stick it back in there, and I'm going to set my timer for 1 minute. And in the meantime, these are pralines. Praline pecans. Now, it calls, let's see, praline pecans. But these are delicious. I'm going to have a recipe for y'all on how to make these too coming. But the recipe calls for peanuts. And it calls for Snickers bar. Hence, Snickerdoodle. But the peanuts and stuff is a harder nut. And I think it'll be good with the pralines. So I'm going to use pralines, and instead of a Snickers bar, I'm going to use Simply Caramel, because I absolutely love these little Simply Caramels. But the Crumbl Snickerdoodle actually calls for Snickers. Allegedly, according to the controversial Black Web recipe. So, with that being said, I'm going to crush these up, and I'm going to get to decorating these. I'm going to check on these cookies and see what they look like. I figured two of them's good, but I figured the other two may need another minute. Actually, I'm going to just put both of these back in here for another minute, and then I'm cutting the oven off. Because that'll be, see, 15, 16, 17, 18. This is going to be 18 minutes. So I think it'll be okay. But I'm going to crush these little pralines up, and I'm going to get my Simply Caramel Milky Way. I'm going to get one of these little bars cut up, and I'll bring you right back. Oh, this is my little kitchen hammer. If you hadn't never seen this before, we got this at Harbor Freight. I absolutely love this little hammer. I've not used it for nothing but in the kitchen. But it's a heavy little hammer. I think it was less than $5 at Harbor Freight. Which I've had it for a little while and way things gone up. But it shouldn't be, you know, an arm and a leg. But ladies, you'll love this little thing. So if you're ever in Harbor Freight and see them, pick it up. Because it makes busting up nuts and stuff like that really easy. So I'm going to get these chopped or cracked up and get one of those Simply Caramels chopped up. And I'll bring you right back. Alrighty guys, I don't know what happened. My camera cut off and I didn't know it, but I'm not telling you for some reason if a mic messed up or what. But I just took regular cake icing and I took just a little over a third of vanilla Betty Crocker cake icing, put it in the cup, the measuring cup, put it in the microwave for 20 seconds. And got it good and soft. I added about half a teaspoon of vanilla flavoring and a half a teaspoon of milk to that icing. You don't really have to do that, but I done it just to add a little bit more flavoring to it. So it made my icing look a little bit darker. So if you want it really white like the Crumbl cookies, I wouldn't add it. But that's all I done, and then I brought it back and I poured it over the cookies, and the next clip you're going to see is the cookies with the melted icing poured over them, and it's cooled off a little bit. And the rest of it I think will be okay, but I wanted to tell you, if you're going to make the alleged Crumbl cookie recipe, then that's what you'll need to do. Alrighty guys, my camera died or went off, whatever, it done something funky. But anyway, I'm going to let this cool off just a little bit, the icing, and I didn't have a whole lot, so I'm probably going to put just a little bit more on there. Then again, I may just pick this up and put it on here after it cools because there's some that's run off. Anyway, we're going to let it sit here for just a minute, and I'll be back and we'll finish these. I'm going to be melting me some semi-sweet chocolate chips, a few of them, because we're going to drizzle these too. So I'm going to be doing that while I'm waiting on this to cool. Alrighty guys, it's dried a little. They're pretty cool. So the next thing, oh, and we're only doing 4 because Mr. Lazy absolutely loves peanut butter cookies. So we're going to leave him the other 2 to just eat and enjoy plain by themselves. But you want to take and sprinkle you some of these little nuts on here. Then you want to put your diced up candy bar pieces, a few of them. Just like so. But after you do that, then you want to take and drizzle you some chocolate. I think I got too much milk in mine, or cream, whatever. We're going to give one a whirl, and then I may have to... I need to put some extra little things in here. Alrighty. I'm going to put me some other little semi-sweet chocolates in there. And I've got to bash up a little bit more nuts and a little bit more candy bar. Because I wasn't sure how much it would take for what. But is those not looking pretty? Those are looking so pretty. I want one now. Alrighty, guys. Look at those. Aren't those just lovely? I can't wait to eat them. I'm going to give this stuff a little bit of time to set up. But there's one thing we're going to check. Y'all see the inside of that cookie. And you see how ooey and gooey it is. It's not hard. It's not cookie texture. So if this is allegedly the dark web's version of Crumbl Snickerdoodle, we're going to give it a whirl here in just a few minutes to find out. And like I said, these smaller ones, I did cook these for 17 minutes. These bigger ones I cooked for 19 minutes. So when these get set up a little bit, I'll bring you back and we'll give them a taste test. But I just melted the dark chocolate and stuff on these, so I'll be back in just a few minutes. I'm going to go give this to Mr. Lazy. Alrighty, guys. This is what they look like. I'm going to give you a taste test. And I'm going to let you know how these things taste. But first, I'm going to get me a glass of milk and grab Mr. Lazy. And we're going to hear from him, too. So hang on just a second.
Not that big.
Alrighty, guys. Mr. Lazy. Now, y'all know he's not a big fan of chocolate or nothing like that. And I told him he could have the plain one. He's done eat the other one. But let's see what he thinks about these.
They're sweet.
I bet they are. They got pralines and praline pecans and simply caramel candy and icing and chocolate.
Well,
He's
it's good. But I wouldn't trade the plain peanut butter for it.
He loves.
I love the plain peanut butter, and Josh, no. I'm going to keep her. She keeps making the peanut butter cookies for me.
I get to stay home. He ain't going to send me off.
Oh, these is the best peanut butter cookies I've ever ate, and I love peanut butter cookies.
Woohoo! One for the home team. He was sitting over a while ago eating that half one, and he kept saying, "Oh my gosh, oh my gosh."
And with that cow's milk, Lord have mercy.
Yeah, that's some good homegrown cow's milk right there, let me tell you. That's some good stuff, ain't it, Mr.
That's
Lazy?
straight from the cow. That's where you get the best.
That's it. That's it. Well, guys, I'm going to switch with him, and I'm going to try one of the Snickerdoodle, allegedly Crumbl cookies. See? Alrighty, guys. Y'all see the texture of that cookie, and y'all know these was the ones that I cooked for 18 minutes. But here goes nothing. Oh my gosh. I love these, but I love sweets. And y'all know I love chocolate. I love praline pecans, simply caramel, and I love peanut butter cookies too. But y'all, these are good. You gotta give them a try. This is a yum yum. You gotta make you some, I promise. So guys, from here at Lazy Mae's Country Kitchen, the allegedly Crumbl cookie snickerdoodles. Big thumbs up. Yum. Bye. Lazy Mae's Country Kitchen signing out so I can eat some more cookies.